So referee Alan Wellesby of England blows his whistle to start the first ever match between Edinburgh and the All Blacks, and right away a kick to the narrow side by Ewan Kennedy has found touch on the New Zealand 22. 15 metres from the All Blacks line, up goes Andy Hayden, taps it down, but Edinburgh have robbed it. Alan Lawson with Sloan coming up the front of the line out. Peter Sloan of North Auckland throwing in, Brad Johnson at the front, Van Stewart at number 2, and it's Brad Johnson who takes it. Held there by Jim Burnett, number 1. Referee deciding, I think, it hadn't gone the 5 metres. Duncan Wilson absolutely miles away from this scrummage. And a free kick for not straight. And Mark Donaldson hands it to Richard Wilson. This is the man who scores all the points for the New Zealanders those days. And that really is a very good kick. Undoubtedly wind assisted, because the wind blowing across the pitch to this near side, to the All Blacks' right-hand side. And so this line out on the Edinburgh 22. Callum Munro, the one of the 3 Heriots front row men in, throwing in. Bill Watson tried to gather it. All Blacks trying to roll it away up that narrow side. Ball held, and the All Blacks going forward get the put in. Graham Moorey, number 7. The one-man back row is John Fleming, who also doubles as a lock. Alan Lawson and Mark Donaldson, the rival scrum halves, of course, played against each other in the international. That's Donaldson. Donaldson picks it up again. He's so strong. There's a good chance here as Van Stewart tried to get hands to it. Now it's Andy Hayden, and Barry Thompson took it from him. So they're only 6-7 metres out from Edinburgh's line. Good strike by Callum Munro. Bill Watson going to take it away with the feet, but it went there to Eddie Dunn. Dunn stepping through, gives it to Moorey, an easy try. 6 minutes of the first half gone, and the New Zealand captain, Graham Moorey, puts them ahead by 4 points to 0. Wilson, he aimed for that left-hand post, but the wind really didn't move it much at all. Munro trying to use Brewster at the tail. Brewster half obstructed by Ken Stewart. Lawson going blind. Lawson, oh, what a lovely little kick. Up there goes Duncan Wilson. There's a chance there for Callum Munro. Lawson in as well. The hands are up, but the referee has decided that he's undecided. Clearly not sure whose hands were on it. But that really has taken Edinburgh up into a tremendous attacking position, and listen to the crowd. Lawson, Wilson, Ewan Kennedy inside to Bruce Hay. Fine tackle there by Stewart, it was, Ken Stewart. Jim Burnett, number 1 on this side of the front row for Heriots, getting down very low and creating quite a bit of problem. Barry Thompson as Alan Lawson breaks away on the right foot. He sliced that one, but nobody seems keen to take it. Richard Wilson caught there by Jim Calder. Brewster Munro there. The drive from the Edinburgh forwards. Lambie has it, out to Lawson, now to Wilson. Along the line, missing out Kennedy to Johnston. The kick on by Page. This is Andrew Irvin. Switch meant for Bruce Hay, but it went forward. Donaldson, lovely switch there by Eddie Dunn. Eddie Dunn misses out Richard Wilson, but he's well tackled by his opposite number. That's Bruce Hay. And another zonking tackle there by Graham Moorey. The referee's whistle goes for the end of the first half. And who would have believed that Edinburgh, against the breeze, would have held the All Blacks to only 4 points to 0, with a thoroughly interesting second half in prospect. So Richard Wilson starts the second half for New Zealand, leading by 4 points, and immediately Sloan feeds out to Donaldson. Now it goes there to Ken Stewart. Huge black curtain goes in round Stewart as he drives, and it's a penalty there against Alex Brewster for being offside. This is a very important kick, because even thus early in the second half, the All Blacks will be hoping for an extra little cushion to that 4 points they have already. Richard Wilson stuck it well. Yes, he's made it. However, it's Ewan Kennedy. Local favourite here, one of the Watsonians in the side. He kicks off, Eddie Dunn touches down. So it's Eddie Dunn, voted the best Maori player in New Zealand in '79, who takes the dropout. It's a nice one too, but just a bit too far. Nicely from Lambie, out to Duncan Wilson. Duncan Wilson half through, the little kick through there as Kennedy was half obstructed. Murray Taylor picks up, cuts inside, caught there by Lambie, driven on there by Ford. Good strike by Monroe. Lawson again. Lawson half through, looks for support from Brewster. He drives on. Lawson once more, out there to Duncan Wilson. It's going to be a try! Duncan Wilson scores for Edinburgh, their first try ever against the All Blacks. And that cuts the deficit to 7 points to 4 with 5 minutes of the second half gone. Andy Hayden has moved to number 2, marked there by Jimmy Stewart. Up went Armstrong. Lawson, Wilson. He sliced it a bit. Stu Wilson waits. It ricocheted from him to Donaldson. Donaldson thrown down. The Edinburgh forwards really going well here. Another good ball to Lawson. Out to Wilson, along to Kennedy. Now it's Johnston. Irvin in the line. Brian Ford has it caught there by Page. Ball had gone forward. Donaldson, Dunn. This is Tim Twigden. Stu Wilson in the line. He's got Richard Wilson outside him. This is the fullback up to the Edinburgh 10 metres line. Ken Stewart driving. Now it's Donaldson. Dunn once more. There's real danger here as it goes along to Ford. Ford has Twigden outside him. This is Twigden, and that's a lovely try by New Zealand. That really was a beauty. Not much of a run-up, but a very strong leg. That's a lovely kick. Just on halfway. Nicely picked up by Fleming. Moody out to Ford. Ford being chased by Brewster. Ford, the big powerful wing from Marlborough, 13.5 stone, runs past Irvin. A crunching tackle there from Johnson, just short of the line. Bruce Hay in there as well. On the Edinburgh 10 metres line. Lawson, Wilson. Missed out Kennedy, out to Johnston. This is Page. Page half through. Page, Irvin outside him, and Irvin was half obstructed. This is Ford. They got there by Page, and it's a penalty to New Zealand. I think for being in front. Donaldson. Donaldson half caught by Stewart. Interception there by Armstrong. So they're just on the New Zealand 10 metres line. Lambie picks and drives. Burst out by Alec Brewster. This is Calder over the 22. In there goes Stewart. Then New Zealand leading 13 points to 4, and Lawson gets after Donaldson and forces Dunn into that quick kick, but it's still a good kick nonetheless. In comes Bruce Hay. Bruce Hay still in possession on the New Zealand 10 metres line. Lawson, Duncan Wilson, Ewan Kennedy. Kennedy switches inside to Irvin. Irvin gets forward support there from Armstrong. Up to the New Zealand 22 again. Lawson once more, out to Irvin. Irvin trying to find Haig inside there, and it's Jim Calder. And that just went to ground from David Johnson. Another lovely Edinburgh move as they put the pressure on towards the end here. Now, what can Edinburgh do from this scrummage? Well, they can win the ball for a start. Lawson to Wilson. They've missed out Kenny. He gives it to Johnston. Johnston there. Irvine on halfway. Irvine caught by Ford. Gives it to Lawson. Johnston. Johnston with this flaring pace. Gives it out there to Armstrong. Tall figure of John Fleming, second from the tail for New Zealand, the number 8. But it was meant for Hayden, and Hayden catches again, and they get the options of the drive. Now it's Donaldson to Dunn along the line there to Taylor. Wilson in the line, Twigden, Ford. Again, Ford given the overlap because Page brought in. Tackled there by Irvine. Throw it up for Ken Stewart. Now it's Ian Lambie leading the counter-attack, driving into Twigden and into Murray. Murray driven past by Calder, but it's Donaldson to Dunn. Dunn on the check. Oh, running into a lot of trouble there, but the forwards have it. It's Hayden once more. Donaldson, Dunn, Taylor. Taylor well tackled there by Kennedy. Stu Wilson has escaped the clutches. Lovely tackle by Duncan Wilson. The kick on there by Lambie. Sloane throws. Hayden towers above everybody. Ken Stewart, Donaldson going wide. Duncan Wilson, but Donaldson thrown down there by Brewster. Murray feeds. Now it's out from Sloane to Dunn. Dunn to Stu Wilson. Stu Wilson again tackled there by Duncan Wilson. Just outside the Edinburgh 22, and it's a penalty. Richard Wilson then. He gave it a good hefty thump. Oh, that's another lovely goal. And so Richard Wilson stretches the New Zealand lead to 16 points to 4.